Hi, Kevin Douglas here, playing some Legacy Burn. Looks like we have a pretty decent starting hand. Turn 1 Goblin Guide, turn 2 the option of going Lightning Bolt, Chain Lightning, maybe Searing Blazing. Go ahead and keep here. Opponent did mulligan down to 5, kept that hand. Or down to 6, I mean. So there's a Marsh Flats, which they're gonna crack right away. Or a Plateau. Then just pass the turn. So we'll save that Wood of Foothills in case we want to leave it up for Searing Blaze later in the game. So Goblin Guide's going to resolve. They're going to see the trigger. And then being on red-white, we'll see, so they do show us basic planes on top. It looks like this is going to get in for some damage. Looks like they're thinking at the end of my turn. They're going to let it go to their turn. Play that planes we saw. And then pass the turn again. So there's another Wood of Hills. I'll probably play one of those and crack it this turn, but I'm going to attack another Goblin Guide first. And then probably go Chain Lightning, Lightning Bolt. Definitely want to play that Chain Lightning right now, while they only have one red source. There's Enlightened Tutor. Honestly, I'm still not really sure what we're playing here. But I'll crack this Wood of Foothills. A Mountain, Chain Lightning. So they can't hit me back. I don't have to cast Lightning Bolt right now, so I guess maybe I'll just hold off on it. I can always do it at their end step. But who knows, you know, maybe they're going to play a creature that I just need to get rid of. So they're thinking, so there's that second red source. Play a mountain. 3 mana up. Kind of hoping to play a creature here so I can use my Searing Blaze next turn. There is Browbeat. Any player might have Browbeat deal damage, 5 damage to him or her. If no one does, target player draws 3 cards. Let me see here. So they're at 5 cards. They'll go down to 7. And I don't really know. So basically they're gaining 2 cards. Maybe like 2.5 cards because they're going to get to like filter one out of their hand that they don't want. They are red, so I'd probably have to worry about some direct damage too. I'm going to have them down to 10, 7, but no other action in hand. I think I'll take the 5 here. I mean, we're ahead in the damage race. There's Lava Spike. I'm going to play that Wood of Foothills in case I want a Searing Blaze on their turn. Getting in with our Goblin Guide. They've got a Char. 4 damage to target creature or player and 2 damage to you. So that's good for us. gonna be kind of risky for them to play that, I think. So here's a swamp. So actually they're Mardu, not just red white. We haven't seen any black cards yet. But there's Isochron Scepter. All right. With what are they gonna imprint? It's like Lightning Bolt. They've got the mana to cast it, so they'll probably kill the Goblin Guide, is my thought. I'm beginning to get a little bit worried that the Searing Blaze is just going to rot in our hand. Because they don't look like a deck that maybe runs very many creatures. That Ice-Crown Scepter is a little bit expensive though. So I mean, paying 2 mana for a Lightning Bolt is, you know, it's good if you can do it turn after turn after turn, but we're at 14 life. They're going to have to find another way to deal us some damage. Here's that Soulfire Grandmaster we're going to be able to target with the Searing Blaze, so we'll just try to hopefully let them tap out. I don't want them like Swords to Plowsharing their own Soulfire or something weird like that. And I'll just kind of hold on to this until they tap these 2 mana. I think at the very least they're going to tap it for Ice-Crown Scepter, like at my end step. So I'm not in a huge hurry to rush out the Searing Blaze. Especially since I have the mana to cast whatever I draw this next turn. So I think there's definitely going to be an opportunity where they tap out. And it looks like that's what they're doing right now. So in response to Ice-Crown Scepter trigger, I'll crack the Wooded Foothills. Get a land into play. And then Searing Blaze that Soulfire Grandmaster. And that should close the game out. So we've got this like Mardu direct damage type deck. I think I probably want Eidolons out on the draw. I'd like to bring in more Searing Blazes, but I think they might not have that many targets, and what I don't want to do is get stuck with, you know, 3 Searing Blazes in hand and no targets for it. I think I'm just going to bring an Exquisite Firecraft. And maybe 1 Smash to Smithereens. They didn't look terribly fast, and so I think we have the opportunity to get to 3 mana to cast those Exquisite Firecrafts. And then we did see the Ice-Crown Scepter, so I think like 1 Smash to Smithereens is probably fine. So a hand with 2 Fire Blasts isn't always that great, but we have 3 mana already. We have a turn 1 and turn 3 play, so we're gonna have 2 draw steps to hopefully find another thing to do on our turn 2. And there's a Searing Blaze, so we'll be able to play that Bloodstained Mire turn 2. And then just hold it up, see if they play something on their turn 3 that we want to Searing Blaze. Looks like Price of Progress is shaping up to be a pretty good draw here. So we'll actually just kill that next turn. So we'll drop our mountain. That way we can save that Bloodstained Mire for our second Searing Blaze that's in our deck, or just leave more land in our deck to get up to 4 for these Fire Blasts. So hopefully we'll draw another 1 CMC spell this turn. Because that'll let me leave this Bloodstained Mire up, cast the Lava Spike. So it's kind of perfect. I'm going to, I think, Chain Lightning the Soulfire Grandmaster. And then Lava Spike. And we have 12 damage represented right here, so really we're just 1 land away from lethal. Because we can cast the Exquisite Firecraft and then double Fire Blast. They are running white, like they might have some sort of weird like life gain spell. Oh man, Hymn to Turok kind of sucks. So there goes all that lethal. They did take our Fire Blasts, but honestly, removing 2 spells out of our hand, the best thing that could have happened was being left with that Exquisite Firecraft, I think. Just because we're not really in a position now where we want to sacrifice mountains because we need to draw into more burn spells. So I'm going to pass the turn and Lightning Bolt. It's not as mana efficient, but I want to leave myself open to still maybe drawing some more land or keeping my Searing Blaze alive. And drawing more land just in case I draw some more Fire Blasts. Yeah, I think I'm fine taking 5 damage here. We're well ahead. So I still have a Scrub land up. They're thinking about what they can do with 1 mana. We'll Bolt here. So they're down to 8. There is another Lightning Bolt. So we have 7 damage in hand. They're at 8 life. So we just needed them to like fetch or something. Go ahead and Lightning Bolt here at their end step. So they're down to 5. They have 4 mana up, 4 cards in hand. It's hard to imagine what they are waiting to play. I could Exquisite Firecraft here, leaving Lightning Bolt. I mean, that'll guarantee they get down to down to 1. Then any spell I draw is live. Even a Searing Blaze that doesn't have landfall. So I think I go for Exquisite Firecraft here. trying to think of what they could be running. I mean, maybe they're running like deflecting palm. I mean, I know I played that burn in modern. So there's lightning helix. They'll get me down to 11. They'll go down to 4. So now they're still a little bit out of reach. But now I like that play even more because I wouldn't have been able to fire off necessarily 2 spells next turn if I had kept the Exclusive Firecraft in hand with just 3 land. But now a lot of cards that I draw I'll be able to fire off. I do have a Lightning Bolt. They're leaving a bunch of mana up and 3 cards in hand. But we just drew great, so we can Lava Spike them, and if they try to Helix in response, then we'll just Lightning Bolt them before they gain life. But they did not, so that won the match. So not really a tiered deck, kind of just an interesting like Mardu, Burn, and Disruption deck. Soulfire Grandmaster is an interesting card. Instant sorcery spells you control have lifelink, so yeah, I don't know. It didn't feel like a it's just kind of a brew. I don't know that it necessarily had like the synergy or the consistency or the redundancy, that Burn has to just close a game out really fast, or going into top deck mode like we did. We're just drawing burn spell after burn spell after burn spell. I'm not really sure what they're drawing, but cards like Browbeat, creatures, even like a Hymn to Turok if you're in top deck mode isn't great. So I think they're just maybe a little bit of a worse burn deck. Probably fun to play, but just maybe not as consistent.